How you doing, everyone? Welcome back. And have a really quick look at gods. And just to say, on the daily candle, we've been doing not much for 6 days. We're struggling to break above 2.8, and we have actually had a back test, and it looks like we've made a new recent low down at 199. So following that peak at the low, we had 2 days of literally how do I say it? We were rejected at the 786. We have been rejected at 786 following like 4 days, and then a really good attempt. Fell back through, fell off the bed, consolidated, went for another move. Spent three and a half days trying to break through. Didn't work out as such. Completely S to bed. So we had a little bounce. We've been consolidating for near enough a week. We're currently sitting at around 2.28. We are moving micro pennies as days go by. I mean, I'm not even kidding here. I'm going to zoom in, and essentially for the main elements of the move, we have, right, let's go from the low to the high on the 6th day. Showing 17%. That is not right. So here we go. Zoomed out to the hourly, because essentially since my last video, this thing hasn't done a hell of a lot, and we have had total movement of 9%. 9% over the last 52 hours. So yeah, that kind of explains why you've had a lack of videos on gods. But just to say, guys, that I won't say the word bullish, but whatever the closest word to bullish is, that's the word that you want to attach to my view. So since we've made the low, we've been making higher lows over the last, like I said, last 6 days, and it does look like we're consolidating. So what to look for next is either going to be a bounce back to the 193 area and a move, which could bring us up to 344. There's going to be resistance on the way, but that's essentially the move that could be at foot. Otherwise, we're going to continue our sideways consolidation pattern, and I'll mark that blue. It's I don't know how long this thing can consolidate for, but equally it does seem to be happiest, and has been for the last few days consolidating. The other thing to look for will be a slight fake out, and then a move back to the low, losing support, falling below, trying to hold above. Maybe there's another little period of consolidation, and then we fall off the table down to about 1.3. That's a possibility. I'm not going to mark it red because it is a possibility. So just to get some indicators up, I'm expecting the cloud to look really flat, and yeah, as you can see, guys, it's been ridiculously flat. We're in it currently, but we're not doing anything. We haven't made a move to test the top. I mean, that is going to be really strong resistance. When you get these level off zones with the Ishimoku, it's very difficult to break through. So realistically, I think I've drawn the V pretty accurately. If we're going to have a move, it's going to be through what could be perceived as an open door within the Ishimoku, and having a little bounce down. We may not come all the way back to 1.9. We may actually just come to the bottom of the cloud, possibly under it, and then just have a little move above. But yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with the prediction on this one. Just looking at the history on gods, the recent history, I'm not going to go back to things that were going on 2 months ago, because we're dealing with a different beast at the moment. We're yeah, things have changed. The market is different. Tokens that were extremely bullish, even a month, 2 months ago, that you could sort of bank on having a pump when Bitcoin corrected after a downturn. Those seem to be asleep now. So the market has definitely changed. There's a lot of new tokens on the market. Most of them I'm covering. I do tend to cover the tokens that have got the most volatility, and stay tuned for all the videos. Review all of them, I'd say, just as a piece of advice, because it's not good to have a restricted portfolio. All your eggs in one basket. You know, it can pay dividends, but it can also bring tears if things go south. But just to say, when this thing's below the cloud, whenever it tries to get above it, it doesn't seem to make a massive move, and it gets drawn straight back in. Again here, second attempt, and it just, yeah, we've just been sucked down. Um, so we are where we are, and the one thing missing from this pattern is either a monumental move or, you know, a downturn. And I'm pretty confident that there will be a move to the upside. It's very rare that you don't see one after a period of consolidation like this. We've had great volume come into the token, and it's literally like not moved. So matter of time. And if I had to be really specific, I'd say UK time between 2 and 5 a.m. on the 30th, which is literally in about 10 hours time. So give it another 10 hours. This thing could be leveling up to about 280. And if it gets rejected there and completely falls off the table, then do expect to fall sub 180. That might be a slightly over dramatic wick. Well, I can't see it's coming back down to 1-2, but yeah, we are where we are. So that's it, guys. That's all from me. If you don't see a video listed for a number of days, number one reason for the last few days from me was I had the COVID. And I was really in quite a rough state, but fortunately didn't need any medical intervention, and I'm over the worst and I'm back. But if you do see tokens that aren't being covered as often as you'd like them to be, check out the Patreon. Pledges are welcome. Pledges help us put more time and effort into the TA. But also just drop me a comment. Just drop me a comment and say, look, you know, Phipps, let's see a video, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. All right, best of luck. See you on the next one.